Hey guys, it's Lila is my girl, and I am here to show you how to make DIY Jello. It only takes cornstarch, water, any flavoring, coloring, or other goodness you want, and any other spruce of the imagination. So first you want to get a helpful amount of water, like I have about half a pot here, and I am going to turn on the heat so that it can sit for a little while. Let's see if I figure out how to work my stove. Fire has been born. Stop making that noise. Stop making that noise. It should have stopped right about now, honestly. So then you'll let the water heat up. And to let it heat faster, I recommend putting a lid on it. Your lid might start fogging over, but you should be able to tell without the fog how hot it is and if it's boiling yet. And I guess we're just gonna have to deal with this really annoying ticking noise. Quote, Harry Potter Puppet Pals. Hey, it stopped. Woo! And it's not a pipe bomb. So I have some cornstarch in the air. I have some Argo 100% pure cornstarch. I'm going to be putting a cup into my water solution once it gets hot and starts boiling. So then we can wait and see what happens. And then I will add my specialties. So now that I've gotten my pot to a boil and it's kind of over boiling, because I let it go too long. But now that you have your pot to a boil, I'm going to add, I said I was going to add a cup in the beginning, but I think with me having not as much water as I thought I did, I think I'm only gonna add a half a cup. So I'm gonna measure out my half a cup of baking soda. So I'm going to get one, I think that's a tablespoon. This is a lot. Maybe I'll just use a fourth because I don't want to use all my cornstarch. Cornstarch to me is kind of a necessity. Does that look like half? I think that's enough. So let's turn back to the pot. And let's go ahead and add that on in. And then I have got myself the handy dandy spoon so that I can stir it equally. And so that you want to stir it fast so that while it's warm it doesn't form into these clumps that I've gotten myself into. You know what? I don't think I should have it hot while I'm stirring it. I think that was a mistake. Because while it's hot, it will instantly do its thing. So I think I screwed up. Dang it. Now we'll just let it boil. You know what would be easier? I figured this out. Sometimes figure this out the hard way, especially if you're me. If you go ahead and put it back in the cup, if it's gone into these balls, dump the water in there. And while you're waiting for me to get this process done, you should go check out a few of my other videos. Because when I'm not doing DIYs, I'm actually failing even more. I'm sure there's so many other DIY Jello videos out there, and mine is just one of them you happen to click on because it looked good. Not really, probably, because product is going to be absolutely horrific. Hats. I got myself the water. Okay, so let's call this a day, maybe. It's probably the best I'm gonna do right here. So then you should probably put the lid back on your pot so that can do its thing. And then be back. Actually, go ahead and just watch me burn myself. So I'm gonna take this cup of hot, solidifying stuff, and I'm going to put a quick douse of cool water in it. This is gonna make it solidify faster, but it won't make it too hard, because if you smush it, like I am doing right now, and if you add a little bit of the dry stuff, you should be able to save it. But if you make this really high concentrate with the dry stuff, the cold stuff will bring it all together. And this is just a demonstration on how to do it. I'm going to show you in a minute how I like to do it. But I probably should have grabbed another spoon. Oops. Okay, I've grabbed another spoon, and it might be beneficial to just go smush. My dog's watching me. He thinks I'm making actual food, not just fail. Not just fail. This is what I'm making, Dex. I'm making fail. Do you want to use some of my fail, Dexter? Do you? I'm sure you do. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Never seen such a great recipe for fail before in my life. So let's turn back to the cooking. Hopefully I can save it and I just didn't screw. Hot water just splattered everywhere. When I did that, maybe I shouldn't have done it from such high up. But that's me, I'm not doing it right Now let's turn the heat up. Hot, this is burning my hands. Just holding it, ow, 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 ow. Just holding it over here. Do you see how far away my hands are from the flame and it's still burning? I'm going to turn it down a little because it's not good if you're burning your hands while doing a DIY. Then you'll fail even more DIYs later. So maybe, just maybe I can pull this off. But I'm not going to swear to anything because most of the time I'm not able to pull things off. You know what, while we're on the topic of failing, wonder how well Jacksepticeye would do at a DIY. I mean, PewDiePie's done a DIY his face cake before, so how would Jacksepticeye do at a DIY? I don't know. Honestly, he's such a good gamer, I think he might be able to pull it off, but gaming doesn't really have anything to do with the world of DIYs. And with how hard I'm failing right now, I'm probably never going to do a DIY again, so if you want to see another DIY, you might want to like this video. Don't like this video, I don't like doing this. Unless you like watching me fail at DIY. Okay, let's finish this disaster by heating it up to a boil without burning my hands over the open flame. Put the lid on, heat it up quite a bit, and I'll see you in a few minutes. So guys, while it was cooking, it decided to boil over all in my pan. I mean my cooking space. So if I continue to show you my special recipe later, I'm gonna have to do it somewhere else because I really ruined that space. So if I stir it, seems to be thickening. So maybe if I put it in this cup that I prepared to burn myself with, maybe something will go down right, and maybe I'll be able to do this. Epic, ow, hot DIY. So I'm going to grab food coloring to show you what it will turn out to look like, hopefully, and then I'm gonna stick it in the fridge. Okay guys, I have grabbed a really cute light sky blue. I'm hoping this is gonna turn out after failing. Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff. So this is a sky blue soft gel paste. So hopefully, fudge. Oops, failed again. I'm just gonna nicely stir this. It's already thickening up, which is good. It's already dripped into the surrounding layers. This is not going to turn out to be a sky blue. It's going to turn out to be a different kind of blue. It's going to turn out to be kind of a darker blue, I'm going to guess. There we go. I'm going to try to get all the chunks out of it, but it's probably not going to turn out perfect. Oh no, I'm wondering what's going to happen when I try to rip away the paste. I mean, not the paste, the paper around it. But it shouldn't look too bad, hopefully. So I'm going to put that in the cooler, and hopefully it will chill nice. So guys, since we have this remaining leftover liquid that I put some of the chunks in, and that accidentally turned it blue. So I'm just going to put a little bit more. Well, that's a pretty blue color, but I think I'm going to add a little bit more blue. Hopefully to make it a little bit deeper of a sky blue, because that is a beautiful color, but I want to enrage it, kind of. And that's pretty, right? So with this liquid, it's just the chunky stuff, most likely. So yeah, that's a really pretty blue. So this is the chunky stuff, and I'm going to get ready to show you what to do with the chunky stuff, the chunky leftovers. You can still pull out probably a lot of the liquid that is hardening, cooling, left from this pot, but you need to be prepared for it. So right now it's steaming, as you can see, and I'm going to get the camera ready to show you what to do with this remaining stuff. Okay guys, now with this leftover content, you're going to take it, and this is the pot that you have, and you're going to dump it into a sieve that has a nice bowl waiting underneath of it, and then it's nicely going to sift out all of the unwanted stuff. So then you'll notice a slightly unpleasant smell, but it won't be absolutely terrible. Just be ready. It smells kind of not processed, but it just smells different. You shake it around, you shake your junk left in here, then you'll have some of that left, because unless you did it perfect, which is, I can't, and then you dump it back into your pot, and you'll have a nice pile of crap. And then you set that aside to be dealt with later. So you grab your nicely sieved bowl of JELLO, then you can add flavors to it. So for flavors, I'm not sure what you'd want to do. I'm going to try and find something for a flavor to add. I'm hoping for maybe pineapple juice. That's what I'm going to try to do, but I'm not sure yet. So you guys go ahead and try to find your flavor, and I'm going to find mine. So, as I said earlier, I was going to do pineapple juice, so I grabbed a nice can of fresh pineapple juice. So then you can crack this bad baby open. I like to use something else to crack it open, and hopefully I have another tab to use to crack it open, and that nice sound. Is it just you or me? Is it just me? These, oh fudge, these cans, pineapple juice, aren't very well designed. They never want to open with the actual thing that is supposed to open them. So then you nicely dump that in here. And then stir it around. That's gonna add a different variety of colors. So it's now mine, since I did blue, is now gonna be a light turquoise that you might see down in the tropics, which is really nice because it's gonna be pineapple flavored. And then if you want to, you can dump fruit cocktail in instead of just juice. Then you'll have some fruitsies just hanging around, which is nice. Then you go ahead and stick this in the fridge and wait about half an hour, and it should be. So guys, as you should be asking me, what do I do with the leftover product of this chunky stuff? So what to do. This can either be played as a prank on someone, or you could maybe try to make some tropical something or another out of it. Or if you're doing a flavored kind, which I'm going to show you how to do in a minute, you could make the flavored things and you could pop them in something. But mine are unflavored and they're just blah. Go ahead and try some if they're just blah, but trust me, they aren't exactly very good. They're tasteless. They turn out all right, but they're tasteless. So what to do with these? Well, you can figure it out for yourself, but I'm not gonna do anything with mine. I'm just gonna probably throw mine down the trash or put it outside or something. So I'll show you guys how to make flavored ones next episode, which shouldn't be as long as this one because this one's just the basics. Hey guys, it's my girl, and today I am bringing you part 2 of the episode how to make DIY Jello. So today I'm going to show you how to make flavored Jello instead of just flat out plain Jello. So for you, you're going to have to gather your materials that I name next. I'm going to make soda flavored Jello. So I grabbed some A&W cream soda, which is my favorite type of soda. And I have some cornstarch as always, a pot, and some spoons, because, yeah. And if you want to add anything special into it, as last time, you can, but it's not necessary. Except this time, we're doing soda. So, as most people will tell you, you need to add a good amount of soda, so I'm going to add a good amount of soda. Don't add too much, because this is just your first time trying it. I'm just going to do about that much because I don't want to waste it, and it is my favorite. So you see that nice healthy color. So then I'm going to take, and unlike last time when I did it over a really high heat, I'm going to do it while it's simmering. Oh, my pot's crooked. Ah! Fail. Yay, it stops making that really annoying noise after a while. Now it smells like gas in my kitchen. Dang it. Going to add a fair amount of cornstarch while it's still a bubbling. So just because it's bubbling doesn't mean it's boiling. Since this is soda, it bubbles when something unusual like heat is being put towards it. So don't take that the wrong way, like bad things are happening. Right now it's bubbling because I put some baking soda in. Since I did that, I'm going to turn the heat all the way off and then add a good bit more. That might have been too much. So you mix that up quickly so that it doesn't form into hard clods. Then once you have it totally mixed together, making a nice liquid, then you're going to take and turn it so that it starts to boil. There we go. And then go ahead and put the lid on that and wait for it to start doing its thing. So guys, I put this little cupcake mold in the freezer a little bit ago, and I have started a new recipe. So let's see how hard this is. Take it out of the freezer, close the door, set the thing on the counter. It looks a little juicy still. This is the one that I didn't add anything to. So it's not special. It's just in a cupcake mold to see how fast it might go to being solid. So I'll be back in a minute when that thing. So guys, if your mixture's far enough along, you will see it's gonna start to separate a little bit. You just gotta keep stirring it. It should do all right. And it should stop that. But you never know. I don't blame you for being nervous, because you don't want to ruin your favorite soda trying to do a DIY jelly. Or JELLO, oops. So I'm not sure how much longer this should take. It shouldn't be much longer, and right about now is the time when you can add your favorite flavors. So I'm probably gonna add some more cream soda because I want it to go well. I mean, it's already separating, look at that. It's doing well. So go ahead and add a little bit more of your liquid right about now if you're doing a soda. Then go ahead and stir the new liquid in with the old. Doesn't matter if it's hot or not now. Now that you have some stuff in there, should be good. I will be back with the final product in a little bit. You can go ahead and slowly mix in some more baking soda, cornstarch, but don't do too much, otherwise the liquid will not taste right. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this boil, and then we'll see what happens in the end. Okay guys, the good is starting to appear. When you do a soda jello, it will start to look like this if stuff is going right. And then you just stir it so they don't get into individual clods, because that's not good. Like that isn't the best, but it's not going to be the end of the world, hopefully. Because there's not really anything in it, so it's really thickening up right now. So yeah, if you put it over enough heat, it will thicken up, and then you just got to keep stirring it. Otherwise, bad things will start to happen. And then you might want to turn the heat down a little bit, because you don't want to overcook it, right? You know what I'm saying? And then if you do it right, you should get a really good end product. Mine went faster than it usually does. I'm going to add a little bit more soda, try to cool it down a little, because you don't want it to get too hot. Because if it gets too hot, it will start to burn at the bottom. You don't want that to happen. So you add a little bit of soda, or more liquid, so that it lubricates it on the side and it doesn't burn as easily. This is going really well, and I'm really glad that it's going like this. Otherwise, look at that, look how well that is thickening. Go ahead and keep adding liquid, but I think mine is a really good consistency, so I'm not going to. I'm going to grab a bowl. Actually, I'm going to strain this like I did with my other jello, just in case. And then I don't know if we could add some food coloring right about now, so I'm going to try that for you. I'm not gonna make mine blue. I'm gonna make mine a different color. Hey guys, and I'm back 24 hours later, pretty much. So the Jello that I made, root beer, turned out fairly well. There's a little dent because I ate some last night. And then this is the pineapple stuff. It's not exactly a Jello-y consistency, but it's not bad. So I have a friend at my disposal. Oh, and that's the test trial blue cupcake. So let's stir this. I think the only thing Jello-y in this
Is the top.
is the top layer.
This one's full of Jello.
I mean, it's gonna be liquidy, but it's not exactly
They must have gone out
great.
with you. It was just Lila left in here. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
you want to say hi to the video?
This is not the approval of my mom. Pull it back.
No, you just, yeah, go back.
Okay. So then this stuff
I can't do this with people watching me.
is gonna be absolutely delicious. Ready?
You're
Set.
gonna eat that stuff. Don't put it back in there.
What flavor is that, Lauren?
Very, very watered down pineapple. It's a beautiful color though, and it's supposed to be tropical.
Oh no.
Emma, that sink's broken.
Oh boy.
Oops,
So-
it works.
So maybe that's not gonna go in your lunch tomorrow?
No, most likely not.
It's very watered down pineapple.
Indeed.
Okay, you ready to try the root beer one?
Because that's the stuff I added last minute. So then the root beer stuff actually turned out fairly well.
In your creative cooking.
And let's go ahead and try this.
Okay, I don't like the side. That looks good.
It solidified fairly well.
Yeah, it's
Like, if I
really chunky and solid.
And if I stab through it, it is fairly well Jello. It just has a matte look instead of a shiny look.
You just run circles and then whenever you come around, then Susie.
If you can get over a little bit of cornstarch taste, it should be all right. But it's not exactly great. My dog's kind of beating another dog in my house.
Yeah, we have an extra dog.
It's not bad though.
Okay,
Susie says you're
this is the
tiny.
last
I
one we're
had
gonna
the
try.
That one's not supposed to be
first-
edible.
My human.
Oh, this isn't edible?
It's just, okay, I left it in the freezer too long. Like it solidified after probably 10 minutes because it's such a small shape, but it froze.
So it's not edible?
Well, there's no flavor. All I added was coloring. So, let's see the consistency. Let's taste.
Here we go, get it closer.
Oh, I pierced it and immediately stuff flows out. So,
Yeah.
immediately stuff flows.
of real drippy.
Ooh, look at that.
So this one's just food coloring and water?
And cornstarch.
And cornstarch. So you already did like cornstarch. Ooh, this one looks weird. Dump it in here.
Dump it in there. Okay, let's just take a little spoonful out. Yeah, it basically just turns to water in my spoon. And it's like fairly liquidy, but since it froze,
Yeah,
the Jello
it's
is a
not
lot
as-
thicker, and then the liquid's pretty much separated, so it's kind of a
Here, I'm gonna
paste. I'm gonna say it's kind of a paste, and it's great right now.
I'm a huge fan of going out for walks.
I'm gonna put them down here so they can
And
actually see
as
it.
she's just starting to get older, they're not having arthritis.
Here, guys, I'm
Right,
moving
but
you.
you know what, it might just make it easier for them.
You
Do
never
enough.
know until they actually, now Susie has actually got lumps on her joints.
So then now that we have a better camera angle, I just dumped all of this in here. Okay, good. Then
Wait, you dumped
there's,
Well,
this is the stuff that I sieved or sifted. This is pretty.
This is actually really
I
pretty,
carried Emma's part of it.
but it's like really bad
Chunky.
consistency.
Yeah, there's
Whoa,
chunks in
there
it.
was a chunk. Oh, is it the blue
That's the
chunk?
blue stuff that chunks out.
Anyway, yeah, we're gonna
Really
mix this
bad.
all fun. Don't mix it too high.
So that looks delicious.
Dan, you wanna try some of this?
I think I'm good, thanks.
Okay.
Appreciate the offer.
Yeah.
Have a taste.
It's not great.
Not great. Could be worse. At least we're not dead.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this DIY Jello because it was totally fun to make and really entertaining
And gross.
and gross. And it's fun to see the look on our faces. So if you did like this, please go and leave a like and subscribe and go ahead and check out some other videos I left in the description box below. Peace.
Bye.